Recording in progress. Yay. Here we go, folks. November 11th, 2025. Let's see. It's chair Tai Chi Ball Qigong. You'll need a ball. You'll need a chair. Okay. And that's about basically it. Maybe a good attitude or maybe a bad attitude. And we're going to get you out of the bad attitude. Okay. So let me give you a little history about Tai Chi Ball Qigong, not the chair portion, but the regular portion. So it's kind of been shrouded in his mystery. No one knows when or how Tai Chi Ball Qigong originated. It is theorized that when martial artists realized the roundness was the key to neutralizing incoming stiff and square power, they began to search for ways to train this power. And this is for like the martial arts for the fighting aspect. So Tai Chi Ball training was kept secret and passed down only to trusted students, considering crucial in bringing martial artists to a much higher level of their performance, both physically and with the energy manifested in battles. So many Tai Chi Ball training methods exist, especially those that enhance the healthy conditioning of the body. They have spread from martial arts society to layman's society, and we're basically doing this in the layman's society. So most common and popular medical Tai Chi ball Qigong training is rotating two ping pong sized balls in their hands. And you may have seen that in one's palms, and which improves key circulation, energy circulation, especially for the lungs and the heart, because those are addressing the lungs and the heart meridians in the hands. And it's also an effective remedy for hand arthritis. So, how my master trainer, Allison Deputy, who is from Moonwillow Tai Chi, she got connected with Dr. Yang's work for doing the ball version of Tai Chi. So, Dr. Yang's story is when he was in high school in the early 1960s, Tai Chi Ball Qigong practice was often seen in the early mornings in many parks of Taiwan, especially in the city of Taipei. However, when Taiwan society adopted a more Western style, this kind of practice gradually disappeared. It is rare these days to find anyone practicing it openly. So while studying physics at Taiwan University from the late 60s, early 70s, Dr. Yang went to Taipei Park to learn the practice with our local martial artists that were willing to share that knowledge. There he found Dr. Zhao, who was practicing Tai Chi Ball Qigong. And from Mr. Zhao, he learned the basic patterns of the practice. And over a 20-year period, he went on to develop more patterns into a more complete practice. And this is Dr. Yang. So this is what Dr. Yang Jung Min says about the practice. Tai Chi Ball Qigong practice can benefit your martial capability and also condition your physical and mental bodies to a higher attuned state. And then this is his personal statement here. He personally believes that Tai Chi Ball Qigong most likely prevents or heals both breast and prostate cancers. I have no data to support that, but this is his theory on this. So let me give you some benefits of this particular practice, and then we'll get into our practice. So it strengthens the spine, joints, arms, and legs. It conditions the muscles required for combat for martial artists, builds muscle and tendons for weapons handling. So it was meant for weapons training. It helps practitioner learn to use the mind to lead the chi energy through the physical body for power, manifestation, and to heal, and can enhance pushing hands or listening jin. So there's a kind of important concepts in Tai Chi. It can be utilized as a great cardio workout that benefits the whole body, reduces chronic pain, improves flexibility and strength. So it's a great enhancement to any martial art or wellness practice. So when I first started on my Tai Chi journey here about 2.5 years ago, my first class was chair Tai Chi, and then they introduced the ball, and I was like, whoa, this is really kind of cool. So we're going to get started. So I'm going to stand up and move this chair out of the way. Make sure your ball is close by. So Tai Chi Ball Qigong is typically practiced with a weighted ball, but in popular health modalities, you may just use like a basketball, a small soccer ball. So this is a popular wood ball. It weighs about 2 to 3 pounds, but they can go up to bigger sizes, more weight. And one of the things we talk about in Tai Chi is moving from our dantian or our danjian. So this is this space below the belly button. And one of the things we do in standing Tai Chi is that we'll shift our weight from that back foot to the forward foot and project the ball back and forth. So there's a lot of muscle building that goes on with this type of movement or bringing it towards us. You'll see this pattern happening when we do the chair version. So let me put this wooden ball away and let's go ahead and get started. So thank you and welcome for coming today for Veterans Gratitude Week for this unique class. So to start a Tai Chi class, normally we take that right fist, that's the sun, and that flat left palm, that's the moon. And then we bow down to one another in respect to start our Tai Chi class. So we like to, in Veterans Yoga Project, do 5 things. We do breathing, mindful movement, meditation, guided rest, and gratitude practice. So we'll have that also in our Tai Chi class today. So I invite you to find your belly button. Where's that belly button? So I'm going to poke my finger into my belly button. Then I'm going to take 2 finger widths more near the palm below that, and then hop my finger out of my belly button and down below that 2 finger widths. And then I'm going to take the middle of my palm, place my palm in that middle space. So this is the area of the dantian, the lower danjian, where we can collect and gather energy. So what you're going to do also is place a hand above that. So the way to fill your cauldron or your energy center is through the breath. The breath is a little bit different than how you normally breathe. You breathe in through the nose and let the belly expand out. And then you draw the belly button towards your spine. So it's called lower belly breathing. So if you were to cough, so that usually will kind of poke out that muscle when you cough or when you laugh, ha, ha. So it's that very low muscular belly button, below the belly button muscle. So let's again, breathe in, expand the belly, relax those shoulders. Exhale, belly button towards your spine. Again, breathe in, belly gets big. And exhale. Again, breathe in. And breathe out. Good. So I just gave you the benefits, the history of Tai Chi Ball, the benefits of Tai Chi Ball, and now we're going to get into the practice. So from here, we just did the bow, we did the breathing. Now let's do some arm swings. So we're going to cup the hands and swing the arms. So make sure you're not going to hit the wall back behind you or the side of the chair if you have arms on your chair today. Just let this movement be as natural as you can. You may notice one arm is easier to do versus the other. And just keep breathing in and out. So this helps with anything with shoulder issues, okay? And then tap your top of your shoulders. So it's a little extra bend of the elbows happening here, a little bit more kind of lubricating those elbow joints, those shoulder joints. Very good. Let's do 2 more, 2 and 1. And then from here, let's spin the wrists. So this helps with carpal tunnel. And you may notice one wrist is a little bit more stiff than the other. Notice what you notice. There's a little air coming across my chest when I do that. I love this part. And then let's reverse, a little brain work when we kind of move in different ways than normal. So you probably normally spin your wrist a certain way. And then when it asks you to reverse, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. We're creating new neural pathways in our brain. I love it. So again, we have a little splash of yoga in here also. That'll come up on this next posture. It's called spinal cord breathing. Ooh, notice if you feel any kind of little tingling going on with your hands, yeah? We're going to keep those cupped hands. We're going to curve the elbows up, push the chest forward. So this is cow in yoga. Breathe in. And then we exhale, curve the spine to the back of the chair, and then bring your forehead close to your hand. So again, you got a little curve of the spine. I'm showing this sideways. And then inhale, elbows up, 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 up. Exhale, curve the spine. Again, inhale, elbows up. Exhale, curve the spine. So we warm up the body before we do that big work in the class. And again, elbows up. Now we're going to turn it to the side after this next exhale. So inhale, elbows up, out to the side, kind of massaging those internal organs. Exhale, back to the center. Let's do the other side. Here we go. Breathe in, do as best as you can with what you got today. Exhale, back to the center. Now we're going to finish this. So it's called a finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. And then hands come down the heart center as if you're pulling the energy from the heavens back down to your dantian. Very good. I'm going to put my other device on gallery view so I can see the people in the class, because I know there's some people that are on video, and I just want to make sure I see who is in class today. So yay, thank you all for coming. Oh, got a squeaky chair. What else is new? We're going to take a leg out to the side, and we're resting on the back of the heel. So you may feel some stuff going on in the back of the calf. Now, if this is spicy for your knee, bend your knee a little bit, but you're still inviting the toes towards you, pushing that heel away. Woo! Getting a little stretch going on here. And then let's point the toes away. Then I'm going to hang on to my chair because now we're going to point and flex. So again, this is your calf pump that returns blood flow from those lower parts of the body back to the heart. So the calf is considered to be the second heart of the body. So this is very important to do on those long car rides, in those traveling on the airplane. Keep pumping your calves, okay? All right, and then bring it in. Let's do the other side. So bring it out to the side. I'm gonna tap mine out there a little bit and then invite, ooh, this one's tight. Invite this one towards your chest. Sit up tall. Now you're away from the back of the chair a little bit if you can, please. And notice if it feels a little different this side versus the other. It might feel a little bit more tight, might feel, who knows, might feel the same, yeah? Again, depending on how you feel today, you're going to do the best you can with what you got today. And then point it away. Oof. Notice if you still feel that calf tightness, I still do. And then, maybe feel that stretch on the top of the foot a little bit, maybe, yeah? And let's get that calf pump going. Here we go. Even though we're seated in the chair, we still work the legs, okay? Just know that. We're not just like doing everything upper body. There's a little lower body business going on too. Very good. One of the things I also like to do to help with preventing falls is isolating the ankles. So we're going to do a little bit of that next. So bring your foot in. And what I like to do is kind of scoot back a little bit, and I either bring my hands underneath the knee pit, or I interlace the fingers on my shin and I lift up to where I kind of lean back. So I'm kind of leaned back when I do this. And we're going to be doing, once again, point and flex. You're going to, if it's here on your shin, you'll feel the shin muscles a little bit. And again, you don't have to go too fast here. Notice what you notice. So maybe some snap, crackle, pops happening. And then pause. We're going to draw a circle in towards the center with our ankle. Ooh, there you go. My ankle just popped. Oh, and then it popped again. It keeps popping. Just on this side, I think. And then let's reverse. Go the other way. Ooh, there we went. I don't know if y'all could hear it, but I could. I could feel it. And release. Let's do the other one again. Hand underneath the knee or interlaced on the shin. Lift up and then point and flex. And again, might surprise you the feelings that you feel in your body. You may want to go slower. Okay, just know that. So I don't have any noise going on with this one. And then pause and draw the circle inward. And again, we're trying to, don't do the whole leg, just do from, the ankle bone down. If you can. Sometimes that's like, ooh, you're asking the impossible there. Oof. And reverse, go the other way. Just know we may get a little warm here in just a little bit. Just know that, okay? Even though it's a nice cool day here in South Texas. And release. Maybe those shins feel a little tired here. Let's clap the hands and rub some heat. So we'll call this ignite the fire, like you're making meatballs or cookie dough. And that makes me happy. And then move it into the fingers. Let's rub the shins, the calves, if you're allowed to hinge forward. And the calves. You want, get the knees, get the top of the legs, the quadriceps, the underneath, the hamstrings, the other one, and underneath. Very good. Now shake the legs, bring oxygen into those legs, and stomp those feet. And again, shake the legs. Very good. I love it. Next is our big six. We're going to do a little lymphatic drainage, and we're going to move on to some of the stuff where we use the ball today. So what I invite you to do is find your collarbone from your shoulder to the inside to the sternum and stroke across. So this is the kidney, the lung, and there's another meridian, the stomach meridian. They all pass through this area. So that's good. And according to traditional Chinese medicine, you can also tap. We have more lymphatic fluids in our bodies than we do blood. The only way we can move that lymphatic fluid is to move it. Okay, let's do the other side. So here we go. Spread out the hands above and below the collarbone. You may notice you need to swallow more because maybe you've got some drainage going on or some inflammation. So just notice what you notice. And you can look up more about this. It's called the big six. Okay, that's one of the modalities. There's other mechanisms for doing lymphatic drainage. And then I'm going to spread out the hands. We're going to go in front and in back of your ear, down the side of the neck and down the jawline. And I'm also trying to get back here at the back of the head because there's lots of lymph node nests going on there. So yesterday I went to MD Anderson and had my mammogram. And in addition to a mammogram, they're starting to do like ultrasounds of, the same areas. And let's switch to the other side. So interesting enough to me was, I could see what they were doing, right? I just kind of looked up and watched what they were doing. But they also did my entire armpit, which has a lot of lymph node nests. So I was very curious to see, okay, what's going on in there? Because I've been doing this lymphatic drainage now for over a year, maybe a year and a half. Area number 3, which is what I'm talking about, is the armpit. So you take that hand at a right angle, you press into your armpit, squeeze here, that pectoral. You can rub, you can tap, you can do little fists. So what was curious to me during that mammogram, during that ultrasound part, right? In the armpit, I was looking, is there going to be like anything I can really see with the lymph nodes? And she goes, yeah, it's all clear. I went, okay, interesting. Okay. So continue to do what you're doing, right? You should have a pit, not a puff. Okay, just know that. So let's do the other side. If you have a puff, that's fine. That means maybe you need to be doing a little lymphatic drainage. Okay, maybe there's some inflammation going on. Again, look up Big Six for more information. I'm going to rub this one a little bit. Very good. Area number 4 is the tummy, the stomach. So, you've heard of the thing where your gut is related to your brain. So in traditional Chinese medicine, your gut is your second brain in your body. So you can find below your ribs and pull across at that diaphragm. So sometimes we have lots of tension being held in that diaphragm. Hopefully this is not painful. Maybe it's kind of spicy. Go slower if it's spicy, okay? Or maybe back off, okay? And then we're going to chop or tap or do little fists. And if you want to aid digestion and elimination, you go from the very top over to the left and down. So it's left, down, and so that's again to help have a better bathroom experience. and some of y'all that are younger are kind of going, well, why do I want that? Okay, well, it's better for your body. I'm just going to say that, okay? Next area, your feet wide, and where that leg inserts into the torso, this area is called the inguinal crease. I can't say that word correctly, but that's my best way. But you can take the side of the hands and chop what we call in Tai Chi the Qua, K-U-A. Uterine, ovarian, prostate cancer, they're going to check these areas. Did the cancer move to these areas in those lymph node nests? So let's just kind of keep this clear, shall we? We shall. All right, I'm going to bring my feet in and sit up nice and tall. I'm going to take my fingers back behind my knee and rub the back of the knee. Now, my side of my thumb is also kind of rubbing the side of the knee, which helps lessen knee pain, that gallbladder meridian. You can also chop lightly. Now, if you have Baker's cyst, you're going to do this very sweetly, not so vigorous, okay? You actually don't have to do this movement vigorous, just know that. This helps with edema, swelling in the ankles, the feet. But you got to work 1 through 6 before you work your feet. If you have specific things that you're doing to work your feet or the swelling, the edema. Very good. Shake those legs once again. Stomp those feet. Let's do that finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring it down. From here, I want you to take your hands over to the side and cartwheel them over to the other side. Just kind of reach up and down. Now, if you want to step touch with that, sometimes that's a little bit too much brain to do this, but see if you can. We do this in our fall prevention yoga where we kind of step side to side and wave the arms. So it's a lateral movement of the side hip muscles. Let's do 2 more. 2 and 1. Of course, hands above the heart are always going to increase the heart rate. So just notice what you notice here. Now, if you can, find your ball. If you don't have a ball, that's okay too. You can do this without the ball. The first thing we're going to do is called the o'clock movement. Again, it's for helping with bursitis, range of motion in the shoulders, and kind of a coordination thing. So we're going to take the hand down by your hip, palm facing you, and then inhale, arm up. Now, once you get it really tall, you turn the hand away, exhale back behind you. Ooh, snap, crackle, pop. We're going to do that again, same side. Inhaling, arm up. Turn the ball away, exhale back behind you. You may have to turn that chest a little bit to make it happen. Again, inhaling, arm up. Coordinating the breath with the movement, exhale back behind you is a very meditative state type of thing to do. It helps lessen that cortisol. And again, inhaling up, exhaling. We do this in yoga. We do this a lot in Tai Chi. So again, inhaling, arm up. Now the elbow may need to be bent. Depends, right? Exhale back behind you. And one more. Here we go. Inhaling, ball up. Exhale back behind you. Very good. Bring it back to the center. Let's just basically switch. So again, it's facing your leg, palm facing your leg. And again, inhale, ball up, other side. Turn the ball away. Exhale back behind you. Ooh. And again, inhaling, ball up, up, up. Reach for the sky. Turn it away. Exhale back behind you. Notice if your shoulder's making noise here. Inhaling up. Turn that ball away. Exhale back behind you. Again, called the o'clock. Breathe in. Turn it away. Exhale. Let's do 2 more. Here we go. Breathe in. Turn it away. Exhale. One more. Inhaling up, up, up. Turn it away. Exhale. Beautiful. Let's do that finishing breath. Keep hanging on to the ball if you can. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. So here's your visualization. You're bringing that energy from the heavens down the center, back down to your Dantian, your energy center. We have 3 energy centers. We have the lower, the middle, and the upper Dantian. You typically work with the lower first. So from here, we're going to do, it's called vertical circulation. So I'm going to bring my feet a little wide here. So vertical circulation means we're going to be going up and down. We're going to take the yin path and the yang path. So for the yang path, we basically have it here at our belly center. I'm going to bring it up towards our chest and then roll it away and then back in. So try to keep a bend in the elbows, even if you extend the arms out just a little bit, okay? Don't like super straighten the arms if you can avoid it. And trying to keep those shoulders low. Don't have them kind of like raising up towards your ear. So this is the yang path. This is the like, what do they call this? Where you have more energy, where you have more vitality, more presence, so to speak. And then we're going to do what's called a S circle switch. So we bring it here at our chest. And we basically, instead of bringing it out, we bring it down and away. So this is the yin path, the refreshing, the relaxing, the very calming path. Again, vertical circulation. So with the yin path, in other words, it's away and we bring it towards us, we're going to turn side to side. So I invite you on this next one, turn out to the side. We're going to do a couple of rounds here. So this is to work our kidneys, our liver, our gallbladder, and our spleen. So we have a little twist in the body. Our shoulders are faced towards the side of the room. And then let's bring it back to the center. Again, you need to take a break, please do so. And then let's go over to the other side. So we got to massage the organs on the other side of the body. Notice if you're twisting more on one side versus the other. Notice if your shoulders are making more noise, like snap, crackle, pops, yeah? Let's do two more, 2 and 1, bring it back to the center. All right, now we're gonna change it from yin to yang. So we're gonna push it away and towards you. Push it away and towards you. So there's a lot of repetition in our movements in Tai Chi. This is thought to bring the healing modality into the practice. So now what we're going to do is turn over to one of our sides as we bring it out and towards us. Again, we're moving along the yang path. Notice that little twist in the torso that's happening when you do this. And then let's bring it back to the center. Sometimes I hit my leg when I move from side to side. It happens. And let's take it over to the other side. So here we go. Let's twist, twist, twist. Notice that one side feels a little bit less stretchy than the other, if that makes sense. And then bring it back to the center. And then make it smaller, smaller, and smaller. Very good. Next, we'll be doing what's called horizontal circulation. We're going to start this with one of our movements called the Lighthouse. We've done this in our chair Tai Chi class, where we basically have the ball here at chest level and the elbows out. And so we turn from the dantian, which means from the belly, we turn over to the side. It's also called turning in the qua. So what we'll do here is turn over to one side and then reach the arms out and kind of like a semicircle. And then bring it back in. And again, we're turning from the waist, reaching out with bent elbows as best you can, and then bring it back in. Breathe in, breathe out. So half of your circle is in an inhale breath, and the other half is in an exhale breath. Maybe go a little slower or a little faster. Make up your mind, Gail. All right, and then we're going to pause at the center. Kind of wiggle those shoulders a little bit here. Roll them up, roll them back. I'm going to go back into Lighthouse. So again, this is like a lighthouse out there in the ocean, right? And so it's swirling the light around. So this is the light that we're swirling. Let's go over to the other side. So we turn and then reach out. So I'm kind of leaning out a little bit too when I do this, but not so much where I'm going to come off my chair, okay? Stay on your chair, please. Again, notice which side seems to be easier to do than the other. They may feel the same. Just know that. I can feel my back kind of unwinding. So this helps me. I have scoliosis. Oh my gosh, that makes my back feel so much better when we do the chair Tai Chi Ball, Qigong. It's a lot of spiraling, a lot of horizontal and vertical movement. Let's do one more. Here we go. Turn and reach. Very good. And bring it back to the center. Let's do that finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. And bring down the chi, back down to the dantian, the danjian. So from here, so we just did Lighthouse, which was here at our middle danjian center, basically the heart. And next is Tornado. So again, need to be away from the back of the chair. Maybe the feet a little wide, feet firm into the floor. So it's like here in South Texas, we have hurricanes and tornadoes. Well, you probably have tornadoes too. So we're just going to start drawing a circle upwards. Always think of Wizard of Oz when the house is flying in the air, yeah? And then once it gets to about hairline level, we're going to take it back behind us. Contract your belly button towards your spine because you're going to use your abdominals here. Again, feet firm. Sometimes my feet come off the ground. Really, you're using your core here. And this is a part that I really like for my spine, for my challenges. And then we're going to pause, whoa, And go the other way. Oof. And you may feel your back, your front core muscles activated. Let's bring it down. Take it slow. And then make it smaller, smaller, and smaller. Very good. Next is Seek the Pearl from the Dragon's Nest. We're going to take one hand on top, one hand on bottom. Basically, if you're allowed to twist, you're taking the top hand towards the opposite side of the room and twisting. Now, if this makes you dizzy or vertigo, you look forward instead of turning your head side to side. So again, it's another opportunity to massage these internal organs. My left side does not like to go over as much as my right side. So that's something I noticed with me. Notice what you notice, okay? Seek the pearl from the dragon's nest. Keep breathing. Heart rate may start to elevate. Very good. Two more, 2 and 1, and bring it back to the center. Very good. Next is called Dragon Spins the Tai Chi. So imagine the ball being that Tai Chi, all right? So what we do here is we have one hand on top. So whatever hand is on top, that's going to go across the body. So basically you're bringing it across and that bottom hand draws it towards you. So bring it out and towards you, out and towards you. Belly button tight, out and towards you. If you don't get the movement, that's okay. Just keep bringing it out and towards you, out. And it's kind of like an underhand pulling the ball towards you, but you bring it out there first and bring it back. Dragon spins the Tai Chi. Well, what's that dragon going to do with that Tai Chi? Well, we got to practice the other side before I tell you that, okay? 2 more, 2 and 1. Okay, so you got that down on that side. So again, we're creating new neural pathways by doing both sides. So other hand is on top. So the other hand is going to go across and you take that bottom hand and draw it towards you. So out and towards you, out and towards you. So you're kind of spinning the ball or whatever you have in your hand, maybe a little bit. So again, it is a twist out and towards you. You might find that burps occur because, you know, maybe there's some little held bubbles in your intestines. So just know air happens maybe during this posture. In fact, there was my burp. That was my burp right there. Let's do 2 more. Out and towards you, out and towards you. Very good. So we add on to that. We have dragon spins the Tai Chi. And then we have star spin around. So what does that mean? Star spins around. So we kind of did this a little bit in our tornado. So we're going to throw the ball out 1 or 2, maybe 3 times, and then we're going to spin it around us. So we're going to take it back behind us and back to the original side that we were working with. Okay, so again, we're going to practice hand on top of the ball, bring it out and towards you, out and towards you. Now we're going to spin it back behind us. Spin it back behind you and go back to that original place that you started. Let's do that again. Throw it out and towards you, out and towards you. Spin stars around. Very good. Very good. Let's do it again. Out and towards you, out and towards you. Spin it around. Excellent. One more time. Out and towards you, out and towards you, and spin those stars around. Very good. Now we're going to switch over to the other side. Other hand on top. Here we go. Bring it out and towards you. We'll practice a little bit first. Out towards you. Keep practicing. Out towards you. Out towards you. Here we go. Out towards you. One more. Out towards you. Now spin it around the other way. Ooh, very nice. Let's do it again. Throw it out and towards you. Out and towards you. Spin stars around. Woo! Again. Out towards you, out towards you. Let's spin stars around. Excellent. Again, out towards you, out towards you. Spin stars around. Guess what? Go over to the other side. Out towards you. You can do it. Out towards you. Spin stars around. Guess what? Other side. Bring it out towards you, out towards you. Spin it around. One more time each side. Throw it out towards you, out towards you. Now spin those stars around. Last one, I promise, maybe. Spin it out towards you, out towards you, and spin it around. Woo! Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring down the chi. Very good. From here, reach like you're drawing a smile. It's called sweep and reach. Sometimes I always like hit the ball in my leg and the ball goes across the room. That might happen to you too. Woo, my shoulders are getting kind of spicy here. Let's draw sideline number 8s instead. So you're really kind of shifting your weight from one bun to the other while you draw these sideline cursive 8s. You might notice your breathing is a little bit deeper. Now let's pause, whoa, and go the other way. Your 8s may not look the same, just know that, okay? Is your heart rate up yet? It might be. Let's do 2 more. 2 and 1. Now put the ball underneath and let's inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring down that chi. Now from this part, we're going to scoot back into our chair. We're going to do a bit of knee strengthening while we're here, okay? So we're going to lift the foot. Show me the bottom of your foot. I'm going to lift my leg a little bit so your toes are towards you. You might feel a little spice going down the leg. And then lower, you hover your leg, and then you point your toes towards me and down. Now we're going to do the other side. So bottom of the foot, flex that foot, toes towards you. And then lower, hover the leg. So this strengthens the stuff around our knees. Point the toes and release. Now we're going to add on some brain work on this next one. Flex the foot, flex the opposite hand. Woo. And then lower both and point the toes, point the hand and release. Belly button tight if you need it. Flex that foot, opposite hand. Whoa. Lower and then point the toe, point the fingers and release. Other side, both hands. So flex the foot, flex both hands, shake the hands and then lower and then point the toe, hands up and down. And release. Other side. Flex the foot, flex both hands, shake the hands, and lower, and point the toes, and up and down with the hands, as if you were flying through the air, like super person. And release. Come away from the back of the chair, shake those legs, stomp those feet, and breathe in, and bring down the chi. Grab the ball once again. So in our chair Tai Chi class, we do something that's called eagle claw, where we open and close the hands 5 times. But this time, instead of open and close, we're going to squeeze the ball even more. Squeeze and release, but keep hanging onto the ball, okay? So we'll do this exercise with the ball. So we have our fists here at our lap, and whichever side has the ball, we're going to inhale, ball or fist to chest. Exhale, sky high. Inhale, back to your chest. Squeeze the ball, push it forward, exhale. Inhale, back to your chest. Exhale out to the side. Now we're going to squeeze it 5 times. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to the center. Switch it to the other side. Other side. Inhale, fist to chest, ball to chest. Exhale, sky high. Reach, reach, reach. Beautiful. Inhale, back to your chest. Squeeze that ball right here. Exhale, push it forward. Woo. Inhale, back to your chest. Exhale out to the side. You can look at it or look forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to the center. Other side, fist to chest. Exhale, sky high. Reach, 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 reach. Beautiful, beautiful. Inhale, back to your chest. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, push it forward. Inhale, back to your chest. And then out to the side. Here we go. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to your waist. Other side. Last time. Fist to chest, or ball to chest, or block to chest. Exhale, sky high. Woo! Inhale, back to your chest. Exhale, push it forward. Inhale, back to your chest. Exhale out to the side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to the center. Now bring those feet a little wide. And again, we're at the edge of our chair. Basically, ball or block over the shoulder. So we're leaning back a little bit. I'm trying to engage that core. I'm trying to make my chair make a lot of noise here. No, it's not making noise. Okay. So this is ball over the shoulder, block over the shoulder, or hands over the shoulder. Again, activating the core a little bit. Next is going to be, let's see, what are we going to do? We're going to do swallow flies to the nest and teacup exercise. Let's do 2 more. 2, and then 1, 1 side, and then 1 the other. And then inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring the hands down, palms up. So swallow flies in the nest. Again, my feet are a little bit wide. I'm going to inhale, bring a hand across. Feel that stretch in the side body. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale, up and over. This is that side lateral flexion in yoga. And then exhale, out in front of you. And then bring it back to the center, switch it into the other hand. Inhale, bring it across. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale, up and over. And exhale. Bring it back to the center. So I'm going to add the poem to this. Swallow flies east, breathe in. Swallow flies west, breathe out. Swallow flies up and over, inhaling. And exhale, lands in its nest. Again, breathing in, swallow flies east. Swallow flies west as you exhale. Swallow flies up and over and lands in that nest. Let's do 1 more. Breathe in, bring it across. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale, up and over. And exhale. Other side, switch. Here we go. Inhale, bring it across. Exhale, out to the side. Inhaling up and over. And exhale. Now with this hand, inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring down the cheek. Very nice. So next one, it's a lot of people's favorite. So imagine you've got a cup of hot tea in your palm. The objective is keep the palm up. Well, we don't have a, we don't have a hot cup of tea with us right now. We have the ball or our palm up. So again, we're scooching away from the back of the chair because we're going to be hiding the ball here in just a second. So again, we're going to try to keep from spilling our tea. It may not happen. Just know that, okay? So from here, we're going to bring our elbow back behind us, that ball kind of near our armpit, and then we turn the elbow out to the side because we're getting ready to hide the ball. So hide the ball, lean forward. So, okay, I can't see anybody's balls. Okay, great. And then we're going to lean out the opposite side of where the ball is in, and you have bring your arm out, palm up. So the object, kind of like tornado, where we're doing that spiral, keep the palm up. You may have to watch that. Lean way back and bring it in. Did y'all spill your tea? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, let's do it again. So bring it, thumbs down. Oh, so he didn't spill his tea. Okay. Bring it to your armpit. And then let's go ahead and hide the ball. Lean out, ball, palm up. Okay, palm up. So here we go. So watch your own ball here. Woo! And you may find yourself kind of grunting maybe a little bit because, you're leaning back and you're going, ooh, that's a surprise core activation going on. Again, ball to the armpit and bring it, elbow out. Hide your ball. That's my favorite part, hiding the ball. But then we got to bring it out. Lean out, ball up, and then maybe you can watch this as you make sure your palm is up. Again, it may not happen. Just know that. Let's do that again. Ball to the armpit, elbow out, hide the ball. Lean out, ball up. Here we go. Draw that low circle, that upper circle, or whatever spiral it is, and then bring it in. Woo! Okay, now we're going to switch over to the other. We got that side down pat. Of course, we got to do the other side, yeah? So here we go. Ball to the armpit, elbow out, and then lean forward. Hide your ball. Maybe that's all you're doing. I don't know. But we're going to do palm up. I can do that part. And this side's a little bit more of a challenge. I got to lean way back to make that happen. There was my grunt. And bring it in. Now, some people, when they do this, they bring it in dramatically. They be a little fancy. Maybe you want to be a little fancy too. Maybe not. Okay. Ball to the armpit, elbow out, lean forward, hide the ball. You're kind of squeezing that armpit when you're doing that, and then ball pops out. You lean out also, okay? Because you're going to do that low spirally thing to keep the palm up and bring it in. Woo! Let's do it again. Ball to the armpit, elbow out, hide the ball, lean out, pop out that arm. Okay, it's palm up. Here we go. Low, 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 lean back. Oh my goodness. Ah, and bring it in. Let's do that again. Ball to the armpit, bring that elbow out, hide the ball, bring the palm out. Ooh, lean out. I forgot that part. And then here we go. Here's that spiral business. Woo! And you know what? Switch it over to the other side because you're thinking, oh, I'm through that side. No, we're not. Go back, ball to the armpit, elbow out, hide the ball, lean out, palm up, and start your spiral. Keep it palm up, palm up, palm up, palm up, and bring it back to the center. Now we're switching over to the other side. Last time, ball to the armpit, lean forward, elbow out, hide the ball. Okay, lean out, ball. Here we go. My. Very nice. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up, and bring down that ball. From here, let's do a little bit of cool down here. We're going to do something called Kyan paints the rainbow. So we're going to switch from one side to the other. So we have that ball facing us once again. We're going to go ahead and turn it away. Inhaling up, 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 up. And then exhale back behind you. And then once you bring it up, we're going to gather it up, switch it into the other hand, bring that ball down. Turn the ball away. Okay, here we go. Inhaling up, 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 up. Back behind you. Inhale, gather the hands, switch it, and drop the ball to the other side. Turn the palm away. Here we go. Palm up. Exhale, back behind you. Gather it up. This is the last time. Switch it. Bring it down. Turn the ball away. Here we go. Breathe in. Up, up, up. Exhale, back behind you. And then from here, bring it to the heart center. Whether you have a block, hands together, or hands on the ball, let's breathe in, belly big. Press the ball one direction, turn the head the other. From here, inhale back to the center. And then exhale, push it away. Inhaling back to the center. Exhale, push away. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, push away. Let's do one more each side. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, push it away. Inhale back to the center. And let's do that finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring down that energy. Let's place the ball over to the side here. And from here, let's go back to, let's do the Atlas point rotation. So we're going to take our nose and draw a circle with our nose. You might notice some snap, crackle, pops going on here. It's called the Atlas point rotation. Top of the spine, inserts into the bottom of the skull, the Atlas point. This makes you dizzy. Have your eyes look forward instead of following the pattern of the circle. And then let's pause and go the other way. Again, I'm hearing little crinkly things going on here. Range of motion, soften those shoulders, neck, all that nice stuff around this upper back. Let's do one more all the way around. And bring it back to the center. So this next one is where we do flexed wrists. So basically we're flexing the wrists as we inhale up. And then we turn the palms away, exhale down. This is called smoothing the energy egg. And again, palms up at those angles. Affects the heart meridian, the pericardium meridian, and then up away. Let's do that again. Inhaling up. Exhaling away. From here, let's point our one set of toes out towards the corner of the room. Whatever leg you've pointed out, put a hand on that leg and then other hand on that wrist, and then inhale up, 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 up. This is called monkey stretch. Exhale, float it down. Bring that knee in, kind of turn to the other side, bring that leg out, point that toe away, hand on the leg, hand on the wrist, inhaling up. Try not to arc your spine though. It's just a nice up, okay? And then exhale, float it down. Bring that leg in. Other side, point that toe, hand on the leg, hand on the wrist, inhaling up, 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 up. Exhale, float it down. Bring that leg in. Last time, other side. Point that toe, hand on the leg, hand on the wrist, inhaling up, 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 up. Exhale, float it down. Very good. We're going to do a little hand tapping, so I'm going to come a little bit closer. It's a little bit of energy work, so you can kind of get this, see me a little bit closer here. And the first thing we're going to do is sit comfortable in your chair, right? And then we're going to take the pinky sides and tap the pinky sides. So this is for lessening headaches, vertigo. So it's not like whap, 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 it's tap, okay? And we're doing a little sampler today, so it's like a minute each place, okay? Very good. From here, we're going to go into the interwebs of the hand. So that's for aiding digestion, digestive disorders, nausea. So we're going to tap into those little areas. Your arms can be down. You don't have to have your shoulders and arms out. Let me scoot forward a little bit. I wasn't feeling comfortable back in the back of the chair, so I thought I'll just move away from the back of the chair. And, we do this a regular way. We have a regular way of doing this, and then we kind of switch it to the other side. Again, digestive disorders, nausea. Next, we're going to do the interwebs of the hand. So that's for pain or numbness in the limb. So you're going to tap, tap, tap in those in between places. Again, if you have rings, be cautious and maybe making a bunch of noise. Your bracelets, if you have any, maybe, clanging around a bit. You normally interlace your fingers a certain way too, in case you didn't know that, right? So let's pause this, wiggle that top finger, and then shift the other finger to be on top. Your brain may have went, what? Because again, this is not your normal way of interlacing hands. And you'll probably agree with me, huh? It may be different from what I do, but this is like, woo, it feels a little different. Again, creating new neural pathways in that brain. Very good. And that was for pain and numbness in the limbs. I'm looking at my little list here. So the next one is here at the pulse points, the heart, cardiovascular issues. So you can, tap this way, but I like to go kind of up and down here, because then we get to do it a little bit more. Again, these are places according to traditional Chinese medicine. Of course, Tai Chi, these martial arts practices are, based out of the Asia places in our world. And flip it. The sound effects are optional. Okay, now my favorite one is next. This one's for osteoarthritis, back pain. You cup the hand, kind of like when we swung the arms and when we did that Lighthouse, and you cup it and you tap the back of the hand. Now, some folks will put the hand down the leg and tap it, but when I do that, I'm tapping harder. I don't necessarily want to tap harder. Now, if I've got a ring, I'm curving it a little bit more, so I don't have that ring hitting the top of my hand. Whew. Let's do the other one. Again, I've got a ring on this hand, so I'm going to curve it a little bit more. Makes a nice little sound. Now, the next place we move it here is to the back of the wrist. So that's for neck and shoulder pain. Again, if you've got a bracelet or a watch, you may want to move that out of the way. Let's do the other side. I've got a watch on this side, so I'm going to be a little careful on this side. It's more on my hand than the back of the wrist. Again, for neck and shoulder pain. Now, my next one is you make a fist and you punch your palm. Now, this might be a little vigorous. This is for stress, anxiety, clarity, improving consciousness, understanding which hand is more strong than the other. Again, let's do the other side. So this one's my weaker side. That's what I noticed. So notice what you notice. Very good. Now let's go ahead and settle back into our chair and hug the arms into the ribs and have your thumbs pointing up. So this is for trigger thumbs, trigger fingers. Well, basically, let me bring them out so you can see it in the camera here. We're going to take the thumbs down to the side of the hands. That may not feel like much until you start having issues with arthritis in the hands. Just kind of know that, okay? And then take the fingers up and down to the bottom. So this is where typically people going, ooh, maybe they're doing lots of texting or lots of stuff on the computer with their mouse, with the space bar, that kind of thing. Very good. From here, we're going to take our fingers, and instead of being flat, like, that looks really flat, try to make an O. You press down and up, down and up, down and up. And if some of us have the long fingernails, you got to go right there on the pads of the fingers. And you might notice a finger or two is spicy, maybe. Spicy meaning, ooh, you noticed it, yeah? Okay, and relax those shoulders. Now, as if there's a June bug or some kind of bug, and you're going to flick it. So thumb on top of the finger and flick. And again, if you have some spicy things going on with a finger or two, you're going to notice it in these postures. Go a little bit softer, a little bit sweeter, okay? Do the thumbs too, which is kind of weird. Then we take the first finger and the second finger, bend, and you're going to scrape along, let's scrape along the thumb. So that's for the lung meridian. So that soothes sore throats, chest tightness, shortness of breath. So we're scraping the sides of the thumb. So these finger scraping techniques are to boost energy and ease tension with these particular types of things. Let's do the other one. So scrape down the sides of the thumbs. Again, you're being a little bit sweet, a little bit more kind if you have some spicy places along these joints, okay? Now for the index finger, that's the large intestine meridian. So again, scrape down. So what does this help with? It aids digestion, relieves bloating and or irregular bowel movements, so the digestive system, okay? And let's scrape the other one. I know some folks like that when I go and do the hand tapping, these different energy little works. So I thought, well, I'll just add that today. Yeah. Let's do the middle fingers. That's the pericardium meridian. So scrape. If you want to do the finger and thumb instead of the two fingers, you can do that too. Okay. So this calms the heart, eases anxiety, improves sleep. And let's do the other middle finger. Here we go. So we have a meridian that's called the triple burner. So that's the ring finger. So let's go to the ring finger next. Scrape down the sides. Don't pull off your rings though. So that's for releasing tension, alleviating headaches, and shoulder pain. So scrape down that ring finger. Let's do the other ring finger. Here we go. So the little finger is actually two meridians. It's the heart and the small intestine. So let's start scraping on this side of the ring, index, pinky finger. Gosh, can't talk today. So that's relieving tension, palpitations, promoting relaxation, and being restorative. And do the other one. Here we go. Very good. We're going to end this tapping sequence with taking the middle fingers and tapping our thymus. That increases T cell production, which is important for fighting off colds and flus and those kind of seasonal allergies. So it's below your collarbone, about 2 or 3 inches below. Always like to make a little sound like I'm Tarzan. So you're thumping your thymus. We kind of lose that thymus gland ability after the age of 30. So we're kind of physically stimulating this area. Very good. Let's have palms up, resting on your lap or resting on your belly. Eyes opened or gazing down at the floor or closed as we do a little bit of a guided rest and relaxation here. So from the very top of the head, down the chest, down the legs, all the way down to the tips of the toes. Let's take a big inhale breath as if there's a big ball of sunshine just permeating every cell in our body as we breathe in, saturating every cell in our body. the bones, the joints, the organs, all the layers of the skin. Maybe you have a couple of spicy areas. Bring a bit of sunshine, a little brightness to those areas. Breathe in the healing. Feel that healing energy inside and out, head to toe. Every bone, every organ, muscle, joint, every blood vessel, nerve, every layer of the skin. Getting brighter and brighter as it works. And then from here, flutter those eyes open, bring the hands out to the side, point the fingers down. Let go of what no longer serves you today. So if there's some dark energy or maybe there's something that's bothering you, just kind of let it go out through the tips of your fingers. Very good. And then from here, I'm going to scoot a little bit forward on my chair and invite you to do that too. Place your hands to heart center. And just for joining us today, let's drop our chin in gratitude of showing up today. Let's think about one thing that we're grateful for today, or maybe an idea of gratitude. Grab it, clasp it, put it into your heart space. I appreciate you all signing up, coming to class, watching the video, your determination, your discipline, your dedication, and your responsibility for doing your own healing practice today, whether it's through yoga nidra, meditations, through Tai Chi, whatever resonates with you today. Thank you for joining us here for Veterans Gratitude Week. And then let's lift our head up to gaze forward, and then we'll end our class as we began it. We'll take that right fist, that's the sun, and that left palm, that's the moon. Let's bow down to one another in respect to end our chair Tai Chi Ball Qigong class. This concludes our practice of chair Tai Chi Ball Qigong. Let me come up to the computer and stop the video or the recording, and then I'll answer any questions that you have. All right.